Okay, yeah, hello everyone. Now we are going to start learning the modules, like which we already cover modules concept. So in Node.js we have three kinds of modules. So first of all we learn about what is module. Modules are nothing but it is a reusable code which is already there in your Node.js. Like not already there, you can create your own modules also. Okay, so we have some kinds of modules. We have three types of modules. First one is core modules, second one is local or custom modules, and the third one is third party modules. We covered this core modules, right? We covered in our previous class, we covered this core modules. Core modules is nothing but which is built in your Node.js. There is no need to install anything. Okay, so in this core modules, we just saw this HTTP module to create APIs, to create routes. For that purpose, we use this HTTP modules to deal with your files, to create files, to add content, to delete your file. We use this FS module and to, yeah, we learn about this sync and async also in this file modules, right? So then after it we learn about this path module. Path module is nothing but based on your operating system it will automatically give this forward slash or backward slash. Okay, then after it we covered this OS module. OS module is nothing but it gives you complete information about your computer, about your operating system. You just have to import it. It is built in module. Okay, so then after it we see this URL module. URL module is like from a particular URL you can get a like information from the URL. There are some methods you can use it. So then after it we learn about this crypto module. Crypto module is like very important, you can say it. So using this crypto modules you can by with security, with my privacy, you can store some data, like at the time of login if you are giving your password, so your password will not be directly stored in your in a database, in any database it will be not directly stored. They first of all they convert your password into some different code. Okay, so that's why we use this crypto module. In crypto module we learn about this hashing. Hashing is like we are turning data like a password to in different like a fixed length string that is completely irreversible. Okay, in a fixed length we are converting your password to some different codes. So this is like a completely, you will get a complete privacy. So then after it we learn about this encryption decryption. Encryption means you are sending some data and by converting into some different other format, and at the time of the receiver can decrypt it, means can get the original data also. Why we are using it? Suppose if you are sending data from one computer to another computer, at the time of sending it will travel, your data will travel. I will show you this one. So yeah, so just see this one. Whenever you are sending some data from one device to another device, your data will travel. Okay, at the time of this traveling, suppose you send some data, you some text, some random text I am writing, so attackers can attack your data. So first of all what we do, we first of all we encrypt it. Instead of directly sending the data, which is very sensitive, instead of directly sending data like this, we first of all we encrypt it. We are sending some codes like this. Like this kind of data will be gone to another device. This another device can decrypt it. Okay, for this process we use this encryption and decryption. This is very essential topic. So for sending data with full of privacy, so to overcome the issue of this hackers or attackers, we use this encryption and decryption. So yeah, that's all we learn our in our like a built-in modules. Then we have second type, that is your local, or you can say it at what, custom modules. What is custom modules? Custom module is nothing but you can create your own modules. We already learn in JavaScript. At the time of learning JavaScript you can create some modules, you can import it, and you can reuse it. Okay, you just have to create one function. Okay, you just have to create one function like this kind of function I'm creating. Then after it you have to export it. we learn about the by default export also, right? So you just have to export it, and wherever you want to use this particular function, you just have to import it. Okay. So in Node.js we are not using this import, we are using require. In like normal JavaScript we use the import export, right? We here also we are using exports, but at the time of using this particular module we are using require. Require is very similar to your import only. Okay, so then after it we have the third party module. There are a lot of third party modules are already there. So you just have to install it. You just have to give npm install and the name of your third party module. As per the use you can like use like based on your use case you can just install that particular third party module and you can use it. So here it is just one example of this third party module. Like the Lodash is a popular JavaScript library that provides many helpful functions. So it works with array objects like other kind of data types, and it makes the work more easy when you are dealing with this, when you are using this Lodash. So just you have to install it, so you can't directly use it. So till now like in built-in models we are not installing anything, we are directly using it. But to work with this third party module, you first of all you have to install it. You can search it on Google also. What are the third party modules? There are a lot of third party modules based on the scenarios, based on the use cases we use it. We install it and we can use it. So now let me show you this Lodash. So this is just an example how it will work. So I'm just installing this npm install and the name of your third party module. So I'm here giving the command. I'm going to my VS Code. So yeah, see it is taking some time and it will be installed. So yeah, I'm going in my app.js. Okay, in my server.js. So I'm removing all this code. It is taking some time. Okay, now then after it, see but as we all like how to import it, we use required. First of all we use one variable and we store that particular like a module in a variable, right? So here we are giving the name of a variable like this slash only, so you can give different name also, no worries in that. So here we are just creating one array. So there are some inbuilt methods are there in your Lodash. So flatten is there. So what flatten will do, just it will just simplify your flats your array. Okay, like a shuffler, it will give you the random numbers, randomly it will shuffle the complete array. So and we have the reverse, it will completely reverse your array like 1 2 3 4 4 5, like, so it will give you 5 4 3 2 1 like this. So it is just an like example of your like a third party module. You can explore it, what are the third party modules you have. Like there are some functions which are inbuilt in this third party module. So let's see, is it installed? Yeah, it is installed. So you can run this one. So it will work as your built-in module work. It will also work same way, but here we are installing it first, right? We are installing it first, then only we can use it. Before installing it you can't use it directly. So yeah, it is a read clear block. Okay, so let me off this. It is giving recommendations. Yeah, so now I can run this code. Node server.js. It is working fine. So in first way, first I just flatten it, then I console this shuffle one. So here this flatten I didn't console it, right? So I just console the shuffle. So that is why it is showing it here, like see. Yeah, shuffle, just see this, it is just giving random order, and this reverse it is giving you a complete reverse order. So that's just like a basic function which are there in your this Lodash module. Okay, so that's all about these modules, like built-in modules. Just now we covered our built-in modules in our previous class. Then after it we learn about this custom modules. Custom modules we already covered in our JavaScript, like import, export, all these things. Then after it, this is your third party module. So you just have to install that third party module and you can use it in your code. So now we are going to install this Express.js. Okay, now we are going to learn this Express.js. So I will tell you what is this Nodeman also. First of all, let's see this Nodeman. So what is Nodeman? Nodeman is a tool for Node.js that automatically restart your application whenever you make changes to your code. Okay, like in your backend, if you are making any kind of changes, see if I am doing any kind of changes, so again I have to run my code. I have to use this node server.js for any particular small code also. Again I have to run this node server.js to overcome this issue. Like for just for the minor changes also we are we are running our code again and again. To overcome this issue we have one like a mod, like a plugin also you can say, like not plugin, we have to install it. Okay, so it is like a library only. So Nodeman is a tool for Node.js that automatically restarts your application. You don't have to run this server dot node server dot js again and again for any minor changes. You just have to install it. If you are doing any kind of changes, your server will run automatically. If you are doing any changes, it will reload automatically. So just install this one, npm install my like a hyphen g Nodeman. Hyphen g it stands for globally you are installing it. If you are not using hyphen g, means it is will be installed for a particular project only. So I am using this one. Yeah, okay, it is downloaded. So now I think you have a clear idea why we use this Nodeman. So Nodeman is nothing but if you want to if you don't want to run your like a complete server again and again for the minor changes, we use this Nodeman. Nodeman is like a tool which automatically runs your code. You don't have to use this node server.js for the minor changes, right? Not for the minor, for the majors also, like whenever you are doing some changes it will automatically run. So yeah, now we are going to start this Express.js. Okay, so we can write the code like APIs, we can create server using Node.js also, but it is lengthy, right? It is lengthy. Express.js is not a unique thing, not a completely different thing. It is a framework of your Node.js only. It is inspired by your Node.js only. Okay, by using this Node.js also we can create APIs, we can create servers. Okay, we can interact with our databases. Okay, we can create complete backend. So now let's see what is Express.js. Express.js is a fast, minimal and flexible Node.js web application framework. As I told you, it is a framework of your web app, like your Node.js. So here to create servers, to create APIs, it becomes very easy. Like in Node.js, we create some APIs, right? We use if conditions. I think you guys remember. So let me go there. Yeah, we create some APIs in our Node.js. Is just see this one, to give some routings, to give some paths, we use this if conditions. If if user request for this slash, just go for this home page. Just show this text. If user enter some this url in this url bar, just show this one. So we are using if else conditions like this, but this is not the case in your no Express.js. We are not using like this. We are using some standard way. So Node.js, it is widely used to build backend application with Node.js because it simplifies the process of handling request response and routing. And think of Node.js as an engine and Express.js as the structure that helps you to build your web application without worrying about the repetitive boilerplate. Yeah, so that's all about your Express.js. We just got a clear idea why we use this Express.js, and here are the features. Like it is minimal and flexible, like it supports the middleware also. We are going to see this middleware. This is very important concept in your backend. Middleware is very important. Routing supports, routing supporter, right? We are not using if else conditions like we did in our Node.js. We are directly using it. Okay, we are directly can give some methods, and it supports template engines also. So we you can explore this one, template engines. So instead of like a writing front end code in separate folder and back end in a separate folder, each this Express.js have this EJS. Here using this EJS you can create your front end directly in your backend. Just explore this one, I will tell you just explore this one. It is very like a good. If you don't want to create a separate front end, you can create a front end using this EJS, and you can use your APIs. You don't have to use React.js, HTML CSS. It is inspired by HTML CSS, so this one only. But you don't have to use the React.js. Okay, so you can create APIs. You are directly creating the user interface for complete front end in your backend only. Directly you are using. So you can explore this one, but the standard way is we create separate front end, then we create separate backend, right? So yeah, in Express.js it is very easy to create APIs and web apps. So let's see how can we install the Express.js. So the process, the things we follow to create the Node.js, same thing we follow. Node hyphen, we just check the version, then create separate folder. Then after it, for initializing your backend to getting the like a package.json, this folder, to get this folder we use this initialization npm init y. Okay, then after it you just have to install the Express. Okay, it is a framework, you have to install it. Okay, you can't directly use it. npm install Express. How we use the modules, like require module, how we use modules, same way you have to use this Express also. So let me install this one. So yeah, I'm copying. So just see this one, I'm pasting my code. This just it is it is getting installed. Yeah, it is installed. So now after it, now my Node.js is installed. So now let's see how can we create server. Okay, how can we create routes, like how we already did with our Node.js. How can we do all the things here in our Express.js? The first thing here is, first of all, we have to import, we have to require the Express.js. As it is a framework, first of all we have to import, it in our file. For importing purpose we use this require, and we are giving this Express. Then after it we are storing this Express, we are calling this Express, and we are storing this in one variable, that is app. And this is your port number. You guys know, for running your server we must have to give some certain port number. So you can give different port number also, no need to be worried in that. So now after it, just observe it here. So how we are creating routings here? See, in Node.js we are using if else condition. If the if in URL, if a user asks for the like a main route, so just show this one. So we used if else conditions, right? But here we are using app.get, and we are giving the route. And if this route is matched, just show this one, this text, just show this text. Similarly, if a user request for this home route, like we guys already know about this request response, right? If user request for this home like this, just show me this response, like this it is saying. So here also, if uh, app.get, if user search request for this about route, just show this page. Okay, just show this text like this. So what is get here? Get, we already learned about some methods, right? Get, post, update, delete. So these are the four CRUD operation, CRUD methods we have. So by default every browser have built in get method. So whenever you are searching for searching something means you are using what? Get method. You are using, you are requesting something on your browser. So it is what? You are getting something. You are running get method. So every browser have a like a built-in get method. You can use, you can search, you can see this get method on your browser. But to use this post method, put method, delete method, you can't use it directly on your browser. Okay, you can't directly see this post, put and delete method directly on your browser. Why? Because it will not support it. See, for deleting something you must have to pass something. For like if for posting something you have to give some information, right? Posting means you are giving something, so you can't give directly, you can't give directly here. So that's why browser by default have the get method. It will only run the get method. If you want to, if you want to check like you can like if you are integrating your backend with your front end, you can normally you can use this post, put and delete method. There is no worries. I'm talking about the inbuilt browser. The browser inbuilt have the get method. Okay, so to testing purpose, you can use the postman. We are going to see postman in our next classes. No need to be worried. Just I am talking about the browser's behavior. Browsers by default behavior is it can only run the get method. If you are integrating your front end with your back end, you can use all the methods, no worries in that. But for the testing purpose, see how we are testing. If you want to see the output of all the get methods, we can directly see on our browser. But to check this post, put and delete method, you must have to use the postman. Okay, so now just I'm giving you the like basic details about the browser, right? So we are going to see the postman in our next classes. So just see this one. Here we are not using any kind of if else conditions. We are directly giving routes here. And this is your method, which method you are using. So first app.get, and here we are giving method like a route we are giving, and inside it is a callback function which contains request response, and in this function we are sending the response. Okay, if user request for this home URL, home page, then we are sending this response. Similarly, if user requests for this about page, we are sending this response. So now let me run this code. So after creating all these APIs with routes, so you just have to listen it. So there is a one function app.listen, and here we have to give the port number. Like directly we are calling the variable here, or directly you can give 300 here directly. So port number and console.log, you can give some console. To run your server you must have to give this listen. No need to like, don't forget this one. After creating all your APIs, your routes, you must have to listen it to start your server. So let me run this code. So yeah, just I'm running this code. So just see this one. I already explained this code, right? So app is like we are just requiring, okay, I think the first line of code is missed, so we have to import it. So let me show you this one. See, first of all we are requiring this one. Okay, so then we are storing this in one variable, then we are giving port number, then we are using our methods, we are giving routings. So the code becomes very easy compared to your Node.js. You can compare the code to create this kind of routes, your APIs like this. We are giving if else conditions, we are giving multiple if else conditions, right? So the code becomes very easy, right? So and we are not using HTTP server method, we are not requiring it, right? So directly all the things are like handled by your expressjs. Now so now let me run this code. So it is taking some time. Yeah, it is running. So it is showing me this console server is running on port number 300. So now I'm going here. See, this is my home page. So you can use the h1 tag. So this is just the URL here, right? Your API, we are not showing data. This is not your front end, so this is just a normal text. We are sending some response. So suppose if I am going to home page, if I am requesting for the home page, okay, so just see this one, it is showing this is the home page. Similarly for the about us, about page, see about page, this is the about page. Similarly we have some different pages also, right? So let's see what are our pages we have. So yeah, we have contact page also. So I'm going on the contact. So I'm requesting, here we are requesting, right? So this is not a URL, this is your API. So based on the, like, whatever the path you are giving, whatever the thing you are requesting, based on it, it will give you the output, it will give you the response. So yeah, it is giving it. So suppose if I am now trying to use this this post method, submit, I want to run this submit method. Submit contains the post method. Just observe it here. Submit contains post method. As I told you, browser will not support this post method. So I am giving submit here. See, it is showing cannot get. It is showing cannot get. Get is submit is not your get method. Browsers by default method is your what? Get. So that is why it is showing you this error. To check this kind of methods like this update, delete, or post method, you must have to use Postman. Okay, Postman is a tool which is only built for checking your APIs only. Okay, it is used for checking APIs. Is it working fine or not? For that purpose only the Postman is created. Yeah, so just now we see how to create APIs using Express.js, how to create server by giving routings and by giving methods, right? So yeah, any doubt till now? Yeah, okay, so we just initialize this Express.js, then we use app.use. We didn't use this app.use yet. This is a middleware, so that's why I removed this one. This is a middleware. So we are going to see what is app.use in our next classes. Then after it, app.get means you are defining route with some method. Okay, you can similarly you can give different methods also. Then after it, we are using this res.send to send the request, response.send to send the request, whatever the like a response you want to send based on the request. So for app.listen, we used for like start the server. Yeah, so suppose let's see this one. If I am making some changes here, homepage from main route. Okay, so I'm not like doing anything. I'm not like running this server again, but still it will make the changes. See, this is homepage. Yeah, just see this one. I think the Noteman is not properly installed, or I think I stopped it server. So let me run this again. Yeah, now I'm going here. Okay, so it is showing you now the output, but it must show you whenever you are doing some changes, still it must show you the output. So let me show you the 2. I am typing 2 here. So now I'm going to the home page. So it is not showing. Yeah, I think Nodeman is not properly installed, but the basic use of the Nodeman, if you are doing any kind of changes, there is no need to run your code again and again by using this node server.js, right? So yeah, then after it, just now we cover all the like a basic things. How can we create server? How can we create APIs using these routes and methods, right? So then after it, we have like a, if you we have some like is params. What is param and what is search here? Like a filters, for filters purpose we use this one. I will tell you what is it, what it is. So first of all, I am visiting to the Flipkart. I'm discussing about the params. So just see this one. I'm going to Flipkart. So I'm going here. So from this URL also you can see it. So suppose if I am choosing this one, this cart I am choosing. Just observe the URL. See, in this URL you are having one param, you are having one ID. Okay. So yeah, suppose if I am in this, I am selecting one particular mobile phone. So I am choosing this one. So yeah. So this is the like a let me, okay, this signal. So this is your ID of your mobile phone. This is the ID of this product. Okay, this is the ID of this product. So it is showing in this URL. So this is your param. And when I'm going here, see, and I'm choosing this TVs. and just after question mark, where is the question mark now? Yeah, yeah, here. Just see, it is your query param. So you are searching for something. We use this query param for searching. If you are using for filters, in that scenario we use this query params. And suppose if I am searching for something, and there I think there will be no change in your URL. Yeah, it is getting changed. See, Q headphone. So we use this query params in your filters, in your search bars, and we use the params for to get the specific IDs of the products in your URLs to like to if you want to show that particular IDs and you want to use it like to get a specific details. You can see it in your fake APIs also. I'm going here dummy APIs. I'm going dummy APIs. Yeah. So just see this one. I'm taking this URL. So this contains complete products details, right? See, just see this one. It contains complete product details. But after slash, if I am giving one, it is giving only the details of the product which contains the ID one. See, it contains the ID one and it is showing the only details of this product. So this is your param to get the specific details of a product, of a single product. We use this IDs. So suppose if you want to get the details of product number 6, so it is giving you the details of product number 6 only. Okay, for that we use this params, and we use this query param for the search filters, search or for the filters we use this query params. So to create the APIs like this based on the IDs, like to get all the products we already know, to we can use the get API, we can create the get API. But to create API which can get a specific order details, I want to get a order details of a single product. I don't want all the products detail. For the in that case, we can use this param like a param. Okay. Similarly, if you want to get based on the filters, based on the search bars, you can use the query param. So used in search and filters. Now we have this route parameter used for specific items or a specific user details. Okay, to get a specific details, we don't want a like a complete set of the all the products. I just only want a specific only one products details at a time. So in that scenario we use this, like first of all we keep the routing here like this slash user, then after this slash we give the ID, whatever the ID you can give 1 2 3, any ID name. Based on that ID it will show you that its respective data. Okay, based on that ID it will show you the respective data. So let me run this code. So we are not using any kind of products or details, so you will not get a like a clear idea, but I'm just showing you based on this ID, whatever you are giving in your URL, it will show you in the here in your response. So now here I'm going here, so just see this one. Same thing we are doing app.get user slash, and here we are not directly giving the ID, it will be given by your user, right? It is dynamic, it is not a like a fixed ID, it will be dynamic. So that is why we are giving colon, then after it we are giving ID. So now let me show you. So here I am giving yeah user. So user 1 2 3, let me see it. I think we have to run the code again. The Nodejs+ is not working correctly. Let's see this later on why it is not working fine. So yeah, see, it is showing me based on this particular ID number, whatever I give, it is showing me its ID name. It is extracting this detail from the API. Like from this API, it is taking this ID number and it is showing me here. So if you are not using this colon, it will not work. See, if I am removing this, it will not work. So following the complete proper structure, it is must. So we have to run it again. See, that is why we use this Nodejs+. For small changes also we have to run this again and again. Just see this one, it is not working. Okay, so you must have to use this colon here. Yeah, so then after it, as I told you, we have this like search bars for the filters. Also we use the query parameter. This is your route parameter or the param, you can say it, but this is your query parameter. Query parameter is like you can give like after question mark, you are searching for only men's cloth, it will be stored in your URL, right? So you can see it, you can search it like this. Yeah, I'm just copying this one. You have to give it in your APIs only. So here I'm writing the code for it. So now I'm running this code again. Yeah, it's running. So now I'm here typing for the search. So the route here is search. So yes, just see this one. See, it is showing search query is undefined. Why it is showing undefined? Because we are not searching for anything. So for to search anything, you see here in your in this Flipkart also you can see it. For filters or for search bars, we are getting this kind of question mark. After this search, we are getting this question mark. So we have to follow the same thing here also. So I am giving question mark and this is my query. So here I am searching for the React.js. You can give anything. So it will show you here. Just see this one. So this is your query parameter. Based on whatever the query you are passing in your API, based on that particular keyword or the text, you can search it on your database. Okay, and you can fetch that particular data. Okay, you based on that matching thing, you can fetch the data from your database. It is very similar to your like a route parameter also, like whatever the number we are giving, we are extracting, we are getting only that particular details, right? Similarly here also, based on the matching word, based on the your filters or search bar, you are getting the similar matching data. So yeah, this is all about the like let me show you here. This is all about the like a route parameters and your query parameters. So yeah, that's all we learn till now. We learn about how to create APIs, how to create server with routes and methods, and then after it we see these methods like used for a specific item or details like route methods and this query parameter, right? So now let's we are going to see about the middleware. Middleware is very important concept. It is very important. So what is middleware? So middleware is nothing but if you are requesting something and before getting some response there is some middleware. If you are requesting something, what is middleware? I'm just showing you here. Suppose you are searching for like a Flipkart, and it before showing you the response like this, it will be first move through like a middleware, one middleware. If this like if this passed, then only it will show you this one. Okay, what is middleware? If you are requesting something, before getting the response, it will check some conditions. Okay, it will check some condition. If it is passed, if you are a qualified requested person, then only it will show you the response. If you are not eligible person, if you are not eligible, it will show you some kind of error. You can stop the server there. So that is all about your what middleware. I will explain you in very detail once again. So I'm just removing this one. So yeah, so just you can assume it one with one example. So yeah, here I'm going in my Flipkart. So if I want to buy something, see, if I want to buy something, I am clicking on this buy button, buy now button. I am not login person, means I am not eligible person. So it will not show me that particular page. Why it will not show me this particular page? Because I am not an eligible person for buying anything. I am not logged in. So this is how your like a middleware work. it will check some condition. If this is person is eligible, if it passes this kind of criteria, then only sure give some response or else show something else. So when I click on this buy now button, so yeah, it is showing me for the login, right? Because I'm not an eligible person, I am not logged in. So this is how your middleware works. First of all, if you are requesting something, it will pass to some middleware. Then if middleware gives some green flag, it is, if it is tells if this is eligible person, then it will pass to some kind of routes. It will give you the response. Okay, so I think you guys get a clear idea what is middleware. By the name only you can understand. Middleware, it is a middleman between your request and response. When you are requesting something, your request first of all will go through with you by your middleware. If middleware shows the green flag, then only your request will go to that response step. So middleware is not a unique thing, it is just like a function. Okay, it is just like a function that runs in between the request coming from the client and the response sent by the server. That is why it is called was middleware. Clients like client requesting for something. So first of all, it will check something. Then if it is good, proper, then it will go to the your routing. It will check your routing. Then it will give you the response. Okay. So like suppose if you want to send something, if I am giving something like this, my email, this is not a proper email, so when I click here, it will not give me the response, right? It will give me the error. So where we can check all this validation in our backend. Here you are guys are able to see only the front end. You can say me we can handle this all the validation in our front end, but I'm not talking about the front end. We are talking about the back end. So if in your backend, if you at the time of creating a user you are giving some details, there are some validations to check a user is proper or not. So that the details we can give inside a functions, like that validations we can give inside one function. So that function we call it as what? Middleware. Middleware can be of many types, like a middleware we can create for validation, middleware we can create for authentication, authorization, if this person is authenticated, if this person is authorized or not. We are going to see this authentication, authorization also, no need to be worried. For validating your data, for getting some more details, or logging your request response, and you can parse the JSON also, and to handle your errors also. If you are getting some error, instead of directly showing some errors, just show some good like a output. So to handle errors also we can use this middleware. Instead of writing the same code in every APIs, we reuse the middleware. We first of all create one middleware and we can reuse it multiple times. Okay, so I think you guys have get a clear idea about what is middleware, right? So you guys have any doubts what is middleware? Okay, so yeah. So now let's see how can we create middleware. So there are in middleware also there are like inbuilt middlewares are also there. We have to create some middlewares. So we are first of all I will tell you the types of the middleware. Then we will see the like this one the basic example. So first of all just see the types of middleware. First one is built-in middleware, which is already there in your Node.js. Okay, just try to understand the difference between the middleware and your like a module is for the any purpose, but middleware are especially used in between your request and response. It is also a function like your module, but it will run only between your request and response. Okay, so we have built-in module, built-in middleware. This is the first type, and the second one is you can create your own middleware also. We called it as was custom middleware. And yeah, these are the two. Yeah, we have the third party middleware also. We have to install it, like in our module how we install the module, same way you have to install it. So this is your third type. And we have the fourth type also here, that is your route level middleware. Route level middleware means like the authentication at the time of routing you are using it. applies only to specific routes. You are not using it on in all the routes. You are using these routes only on the specific routes. So we called it as what, route level middleware. So these are the four types. So let's revise this once again. So first of all, you guys get a clear idea what is middleware. Middleware is nothing but it is like a middleman, middle person between the request and response. Whenever you are searching, whenever you are requesting for something, it will be go through the middleware function. If middleware give you the green flag, then only it will go. It will move to the next, like a next middleware. Like it can be steps also. I will show you this one. Suppose I am going for buying something on a web page. So there will be not only a one middleware, there can be a multiple middleware also will be there. So there will be a one middleware who will check data, like it will check username is correct or not. Username, if it is shows the green flag, then suppose there will be one more middleware. So I am taking typing here, writing here as m1, and here I am giving m2. So here suppose it will check some different kind of things, like it will check not password, but for idea I am giving, but it will check like a password is correct or not. I know this is not a proper thing, like we can check user password at a single middleware, but for like idea I am giving you, there can be multiple middleware also. So if password also see like a perfect only, it will also show you the next. It will move. If it is like a correct, it will move to the next middleware. If it is also correct, yeah, let me remove this one first. Yeah. So if this one is also correct, then we can it will move to the routing. So then it will move to the like a buying route. So that is why we call this as middleware. Can be of like a multi-level middleware can be there. It will pass, it will check the data at this stage of, if it is correct, it can move to the different middleware, like the next middleware. If it is also correct, like it can move to the next, more like m3 middleware 3 also. Okay, then after it you can pass the data, like give the data to the routing. So yeah, there will be a multi-level middleware will also be there. So yeah, let me remove this one first. Yeah. So yeah, then after it we learn about the types of middleware. In types of middleware we have this built-in middleware and custom middleware. Yeah, then we have this third-party middleware. We have to install this one, and we have this route level middlewares. So now let's see each one by one. So before going to this one, just see the simple example. Here we are using the middleware app.use. This is inbuilt middleware. We don't have to install anything. It is already there in your Express.js. We are just using app.use. So let me show you this one how it is worked. How it will work. Yeah, let me show you. So I'm just taking this code and just see this one. So app.use is your inbuilt middleware. So why we use this app.use? This like by default every middleware have three objects. By default every middleware have the access of three objects. First one is request, second one is response, and it contains one more object, that is your next. Why we use next? We use next if it is proper, if it is properly validated, if it is showing green flag, then move to the routing or to the next middleware. So here we are just giving one single middleware, so it will move to the routing. Okay, so here it is, in this middleware we are just checking the data is properly receiving or not. So you can check like different kind of things also. So let me show you the code now. Just observe in the console now and just see the routing. I am changing the routing here and giving home here. So let me run this code again. taking some time. Okay, it's taking some time. Let me remove this one. I think there's no issue, but let's see this one. Yeah, it is working fine. Okay, we are not like listening. In our listening we are directly using 300, so that is why it is not showing your port or is listening on 300. We are directly giving port number without giving console, so that's why it is not showing anything in your output. So we can run this again. So we are not using any callback function here, we are directly giving the port number. So you can do this thing here, so no worries. But in console it is not showing you anything. So yeah, just see this one, it is working fine. Now I'm going to my like a local host and just minimizing this one. Yeah, just see this one now. Yeah, just see this one. Here I'm typing for localhost. Yeah, just see this one, request received. Okay, so it is not there, like I'm giving the home page here. So home, see. Okay, we can like get the details of your like a URL also, your API details also you can get. So for that we can use, like I will show you this one. In this middleware you can get all the details. So here we have one example. Okay, this one is logger. Yeah, we are getting the details of our URL by using this request dot method, whatever the methods user requesting for. And by default, as I told you, browser only accept the like the get method only. So in this app dot use middleware I am giving all the details, like this is a logger middleware you can say. So yeah, so let me remove this one and giving here. So yes, I'm just running this one again. So yeah, just see this one, I am clicking on the refresh. So just see this one here, it is showing me the get and it is giving me the URL as well. So this is a logger middleware you can say. It is giving the information about your like a request and your like a URL also. So like this is your inbuilt middleware. Okay. So yeah, I think we cover a lot of things in our today's class. So let's end up our today's class here. So in this class, we first of all we cover like the modules, inbuilt modules, and like a custom modules. Then after it we see that Lodash, that is like a we have to install it. Okay, then after it we get the basic introduction about this expressjs, what is expressjs, why we use it, and how to install it. Then after it we see about how to create APIs, how to create servers, and how to give routings. Okay, so then after it we see this one like route parameter, query parameter, these are very important, right? So then after it we see this middleware, what is middleware, why we use it, and the types of middleware. So in types of middleware we have the 4 types, right? So and we get just now see like a basic simple example. So this was just a simple example, right? We are just then showing something. So in our next class we are going to see all the types, built-in middleware in detail, all the things we are going to see in detail in our next class. So after covering this middleware we have the next concept as okay. So yeah, after middleware, this all the things of your middleware we use this next, as I told you. If the validation is proper, if it is correct, then it will move to the next middleware. If there is no next middleware, it moves to the route. So that's why we use this next tool. All the things we are going to see in our next class. Then in our next class, after covering the middleware, we are going to create a CRUD APIs. We are going to use the postman also. like to test your create, update and delete APIs. We are going to see this postman also, and we are going to see, take some dummy data. Okay, this will be like a dummy data, and we are creating new users, we are fetching all the users. So we are not interacting with database, we are using the dummy data for creating the API. So this will be like a same only. If you are dealing with your database, the steps will be same, but instead of taking this dummy data, you are taking the data from your database. So this will be the only difference. Like our tomorrow's or like the day after tomorrow class will be very interesting. We are going to create the CRUD APIs, and we are going to test all the APIs by our postman, and we are taking this dummy data. So yeah, that's all for our today's class. So now I'm going to end our session. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day.